Hello, guys, it's Lily Waters. I am actually here with a new visual novel that is on Kickstarter right now. In case you liked the demo, they actually asked me to play through the demo. That is what I'm doing right now. But if you do like what you see, or maybe you want to test it out for yourself, definitely check out their Kickstarter. They're getting to their goal, but they could use their help. I have not tried it out yet, so we will see what how the demo is, see how it is. I do know if you pledge a certain amount, not only do you get a physical copy, but they are also going to add hentai add-ons. This is without the hentai add-ons, so it is safe for streaming. Either that or I'd have to do a pre-recorded. I am just going to make sure, since it's been such a long time since I used OBS for a computer game, that the stream is actually working, so give me a second. It should be also streaming to YouTube, but let's see if that is up as well. It could not be, possibly could not be. I know there's a bunch of updates, and I was just like, really? Let's see what's going on here. Alright, it says I am live on YouTube. Let's make sure there's sound. Yep. Alright, YouTube is a go. Now let me check my lovely Twitch for all those Twitch viewers out there. Once again, guys, make sure you also support me by liking, subscribing, hitting that little heart. Follow me on Twitch as well. We'll start in a second. So yeah, let me tell you, the updates to Twitch threw me off. It took me a minute to sort of just find certain parts. All right, let's see. We gotta make sure Twitch is up and going. I don't have my restream chat up, so I'm going to have to pop that up, guys, as well. Oh. Is it actually? Okay, so it is working. I am going to pop up my restream chat on my cell phone so then I can actually see you guys. Because I was having some issues with that before. What is this bullshit? I'm alright. I'm alright. I just want to log in. Why? Why do you hate me? Alright, here we go. Welcome back. Yeah, damn right, restream. Alright. Let's see here. It is popping up that everything's going well. How about the chat? So I can see chats. We're going to open in a browser. Alright. This should be working. Do a little quick test chat. Check and check for both. Alright, we're good to go. I will have to make sure I peek down once in a while to my cell phone so I can actually see the chat. It's not that I hate guys, I may just forget while I'm getting into it. So this is supposed to be sort of like a dark romance type game. Blood, dirt, and sweat coat my arms to the elbow, and I can no longer tell where any of it came from. Good way to start off. If I keep going with this, I'll eventually be caught. Oh shit. What the hell am I going to do? Well, not be an idiot, first of all. Ooh, hello. Turner! Oh, it's a female. A teacher rushes into the office, pushing the door with more force than necessary. I flinch in my seat, and I sit upright. Dot 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 dot. After taking a step in, she stops. She finds me in a chair across from the empty desk. Oh, hey. You're in my class this year, aren't you? Hey, Miss... it's a dude. Hey, Miss Webb. Yeah, this is the first year. Whoa! She just zoomed right in on there. She eyes me with suspicion. What are you doing in here? I was called in on the intercom earlier, so I'm not sure yet. Okay, please keep waiting. She holds back in annoyance, though not very well. Hey, Schwigs! No, I'm doing this one today because they only have 11 days left on their Kickstarter, and I want to keep what do you call it? Last of Us for Friday to serve. Try to keep hacking away at that. As she exits, she closes the door more softly than she opened it. I looked at the space around me. This is the first time I've been here. The administration office are I'm already starting. Sectioned off from the classroom, and this one dwarfs to the other. I feel bad for the butterflies. Unattended coffee, or maybe it's tea, sits on the back desk. Steam's coming from what cup wafts in the sunlight, entering the window. Don't drink it, it's poison. I take a breath while combing the office with my eyes. Actually, by the smell of it, it's definitely coffee. Yeah, I was about to say you'd be able to tell. On the wall, there's a framed certificate titled Masters of Business Administrative. It was issued from a university about 6 years ago. Near the degree, not degrees, are a set of frames arrayed with pinned butterflies, a wired frame model, and a dochiron rest on the desk. Oh, is that little symbol thingy? I did. No, I didn't do my tongue twisters. This is gonna be bad. Interrupting my fidgeting, and this time without a knock, a well-dressed man enters and greets me with a smile. He's gonna rape you. Hi there, Lane. Thanks for being patient. I am the assistant principal, Mr. Underwood. More like Abovewood. Or better yet, Morningwood. I must not be in trouble, so I stand and I extend my hand out. His smile curves stronger at the gesture, and he shakes my hand firmly. His grip is stronger than mine, trying to show dominance. He closes the door behind him and walks to his desk and seats himself. Go ahead and sit. I heard you were asking around about odd jobs you could do for the school. I returned to the same chair across from his desk that I'd been warming and leaned forward. Yes, sir. I was wondering if I could make extra money during the school year. I was thinking of saving up for college. You're in your senior year, right? Why not just get a summer job? I work at the library downtown over the break, and I was trying to figure out something more local. I do like the eye movements, by the way. The bus schedule makes it a bit tricky. The Kaka, the Kafka Library. Yes, it's a bit of a commute, nearly an hour each way. He drinks from his coffee and looks past me for a moment. Well, I do have something. I've been introducing the idea to a few other seniors. Dun dun dun. What is your background? I straightened up in my seat a bit. I've had this interview like exchange a few times. I'm from here, so I grew up with a lot of the other students. Not that I know them well, but I'm not shy. My grades are important to me, and I'm a hard worker, and I've had lots of jobs, probably more than other students. Mr. Underwood seemed receptive and maintains contact with me. I notice he's thumbing the side of his cup, his fingernails colored with white from the pressure. Where else? I worked at the Pass and Gas. Isn't that in That's in our zombie game, Pass and Gas, right? Isn't that in that? It's in the zombie game we played. The gas station. Yeah, I worked afternoon shifts on the weekends for a while. I stocked the shelves at the grocery store too. Also, they sometimes need help at the water treatment plant and hire interns, so I've done work there on and off. You stay busy. All your work will pay off, and you should feel proud. I grit my teeth and I hold back any response. After a couple of seconds, I pass a nod slightly. Mr. Underwood pats a small stack of papers on his desk. You have excellent grades, too. You are a strong candidate. Oh, I don't like the eyes. However, something I cannot glean from your file is whether you or not you are able to work with little instructions. What is needed for a student to take the project and run with it, and reporting in weekly. Yes, 7 days to die. I could not remember that for the life of me. I don't know, it just went right out of my head. He pauses, waiting for a response. I'm nervous, not from the content of the conversation, from something else. My face betrayed me, but I attempt to do a confident nod. I'd be happy to try. What do you need? I need someone with entrepreneurial spirit to take the lead on forming a student union. It is the experimental phase, and I'm trying to convince the board that it's valuable to both the students involved and the administrative, despite a upfront cost. As the president, you would put in a minimum amount of 10 hours a week, report to me directly, and you would have a small budget. 10 hours would not be a problem. Do you mean a group to represent all the students? As you might know, our school receives federal funding. Our facility is part of the public education system, so our local government is mandated to allocate money to us to help us maintain resources for our students. The amount we receive may fluctuate when officials change offices, policies, legislations, or states are taken more or less than anticipated. Our school system tends to be placed below other priorities. What's what sort of initiatives, I guess, are more important than school? It depends on who you ask. Insurance programs, infrastructures, subsidizing local businesses, law enforcement. Holy crap, I didn't realize we were going to get into this shiznat. At the mention of the last example, I catch myself looking. Oh, that's not him talking. At the mention of the last example, I catch myself looking at the worn tip of my sneaker and redirected my gaze at Mr. Underwood. Mr. Underwood smiles. You're not going to find many here who disagree with the education is important. Many moving pieces play a role in the decision making, but I did not call you in here to talk about that. Our administrative received a cut in the budget, and we then craft our school budget from it. Year over year, the student population has been increasing while our funding has been decreasing. Is that why there's no sign up for track this year? That came out more of accusing than I intended. We're taking a hard look at all of our extracurricular programs. Student representation is not the goal. Service to the school is. We need additional manpower, and this is a relatively cheap method. And it presents you with an opportunity to help the school. If you do well and recruit some of your hardworking friends, you will make a positive impact. I cannot make promises beyond guaranteeing your paycheck. I take a deep breath, collecting my confidence to put forth the most important question. How much will I be paid? Minimum wage, the same amount you receive from the library. He responded without hesitation. He was prepared, and it was disappointing, but not more than what I can realistically expect. Mr. Underwood, I've got a perfect job for you. Are you good with oral exams? I'm so bad. Whoa. Mr. Underwood downs the rest of his coffee, glances at the clock on the wall. Are you interested? I hesitated, but only for a moment. I need this. I'm out of other options. Maybe I can reconnect with some old friends. I equipped my confidence and addressed Mr. Underwood. Definitely. It seems complicated, but I can help you with whatever you need. Are you sure? This is not a small project for me either. He glances at the wall behind me again. Yes, sir. What type of work will I be doing? Underwood smiles. There you go. First, I believe that you can support some of our administrative functions. We need someone to man the library here, too. For example, we may also utilize your team for event planning services. We have excess faculty rooms and spacious conference areas. I want to rent those out for external events to earn revenue. Oh, so like hosting workshops or conferences? I can help with the library and scheduling seminars. Yes. I need to develop a formal list of responsibilities um, and the responsibilities of the union as a whole and achieve the board of approval and get some paperwork ready for you. What you need to do in the meantime is vital. Please recruit at least 4 other students by the end of the week. That will demonstrate the board that we actually have an interest and ambitious students to fuel the program. It will not work if you're the only participant. Oh, like a bucket of water thrown on a freshly lit match. Mr. Underwood sensed my mood swing. You can ask some of your. He seemed to catch himself and continues after an awkward lapse. Your classmates for help. It'll actually be a good exercise in preparing you for a role of delegator. We have intelligent and creative students here, and I'm sure you'll find a handful willing to support the school. Yeah, I can do that. By Friday, then. Yes, all of you meet me here, and I'll give everyone an update and an initial push. Do you. The bell rings. Mr. Underwood gestures to the door. You better head to your next period. I would hate to consume more of your time than I should. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out by phone or email. Oh, you better be talking about the school phone and school email. Mr. Underwood places his business card in my hand as I stand. It is a neat design. The card lists his office phone number, cell phone number, and email address. Mr. Underwood, I want the 5 of you around me while I'm on my knees. Oh my god, it's so bad. Like I said, they do have a hentai version of this. Is it strange to give your phone number to a student? He seems devoted. I nod reluctantly and smile. Thanks a lot, Mr. Underwood. Thank you. He waves as I open the door and move back into the hall. Oh, he's thanking students. Collecting my belongings from last period was easy since I hadn't brought in any. Some of the students' books are still on back ordered and haven't arrived. Most inherited old books. I lingered at my open locker in the hallway, Mr. Underwood's card in one hand and my phone in the other. Turner Underwood, assistant principal. I'd add him to my contacts. What was I about to ask him? Can I get paid this week? Should I record my time this way? Can I. How about record my time? Oh, look at that! I got a little cell phone. Hey, Mr. Underwood, it's Lane. Do you think I should record my work time in a certain way? Oh, he's typing. He's typing. Good question. You can log your time on my Underwood. I'll leave the timekeeping to you. Keep a central written or electronic record for everyone. I slipped Mr. Underwood's business card in my worn wallet. With a metal clack, I closed the empty locker. The sound echoes. The students who were shuffling around me had already entered their next class. I haven't memorized my schedule yet, and I eased my crumpled note from my pocket. After confirming a glance, I crinkled it back in place and walked. At least I knew a couple of people I can ask for Mr. Underwood's project. During lunch or this afternoon, maybe would be a good time to ask around. Meantime, I'll plan since we don't have many details to work out. Otherwise, I doubt I'll pursue anyone. 2 students, myself included, with guarantee at least. I need 3 more. Students are standing in a regular circle outside my destination. Groups migrate past me while I approach two students in a conversation. Why not? He is strict, and he lives right next to me. Oh, now I don't know which one's talking. It doesn't matter how hard ass he is, or I'm gonna guess that's a girl. It doesn't matter how hard ass he is, or where we hand off. Jeez, just help me out like before. I don't know, maybe open up the mouth of the one who's talking if I had to make a suggestion for the creators, just, before we know who's talking. I don't know. Hey, Evan spots me with a sidelong step and widens the circle of two. Why is everyone out here? Forget it, man. Either ignoring or reacting to my interruption, she moves against the flow of the other students. I notice the classroom they had been negotiating near is empty. I think if the arts are canceled today. Why? I begin moving with the flow of the crowd and Evan follows beside me. I don't know, she didn't come in and Coach Jean just told us to head to the gym. You mean Miss Weber? Or Miss Webb? Yeah, Ross said she was really upset this morning. His eyes looked past me on a passing classroom door, and sniffingly I followed his darting glance to see nothing but a closed door. He continues doing this with each room as we pass, and I decide to ignore it. She looked at She was trying to find a new assistant principal, but I don't know why. It's weird. What is? I I don't know. It's so different this year. Oh, did you I stumble hard and grip the handrail, but the loose railing provides no support. Lawsuit waiting to happen on this school. I realize it with a jerk and catch myself on the wall instead of palms open. Beyond the inner railing, a narrow gap separates the flights. The height from the second floor creates more potent wake-up call than the smell of Mr. Underwood's coffee. Crap! That'll really hurt someone before it's fixed. Ha! I right myself and we continue downstairs. Did did you ask about work study position? Mr. Underwood said that he'd like me to start up a group, like a paid club that helps the school. See, that's weird too. You know about the layoffs, right? And with the way less elective classes, Principal Decker must be desperate, that's all. Mr. Underwood mentioned the school budget was cut. That's more weird, not less. How can they pay you? There's less staff, but not less work. They have to pay someone to do it, and we're cheap. We? Yep. I face Evan outside the gym entrance with a pep in my step, and the burst of energy exhausts him. It's minimum wage. You need to put it in around 5 hours a week. I've got a lower limit of 10 since I'm organizing it. Evan scowls at the floor. As expected, I'm smiling. I I don't know. I have a lot of questions and you just can't. We locked eyes. Can I at least think about it? I wanted to do drama club this year. Of course. Take your time and I'll text you the details tonight. Conveniently after I figured them out. Besides, there might not be a drama club unless someone helps out around here. You said a group. How many people? 3 more to get us going. Want to ask Holly? It's probably not her thing. Doesn't hurt to ask. Let's go in now. I think we're late. For what? Everyone's either sitting around or playing basketball. Just ball, not basketball. Our art class has around 20 members, and most of them are over 4 classes. They might as well have canceled school today. I almost don't hear Evan over the chatter. Ross might have had the right idea this time. I borrowed an abandoned basketball and joined in the aisle shooting at the corner of the court. Evan follows along on the sidelines. So, what were you two talking about? Nothing really. I mentioned that Mr. Underwood moved into our apartment building. My shot bounces off another student just above the rims, so I lift up another ball and rolling near. How did you find out? He asked me to move a couple of his boxes. He lives alone, I think. But he seems nice. Sorry I didn't text you back. On my next throw, my ball moves through the net with a swish. That's... that... it's fine. Got some good sunset shots out there. Did you talk to the librarian? She said they found someone. And the gas station? Nothing there or the grocery. The timing's off and they've had enough hands. You know I can do your homework sometimes or cover for you. My next throw misses and with a thud on the backboard. It's fine. I'm going to have this student group. If I do well, I'm sure it'll be steady. Right. So what will you do? Make Mr. Underwood's coffee? I mean, a mocha? I'm serious. So am I. I shot once again, intercepted by another student just above the rim. A tall girl approached us with a relaxed greeting. Hi! She addresses Evan, but I respond anyways. What's up? It is better to take turns. I'm briefly confused and glance at Evan. Her message clicks after he nods to the basketball goal. Oh, sorry. She nods slowly and turns. Evan stops her by speaking up, which catches me more off guard than her. Nat, wait, this is Lane. He's a senior too, and at this point I suspect a pattern. To become popular with girls? Nat is listening patiently as Evan trails off. The answer is no. Better help him. We're offering a few students a paid position at the school. I just started this group to help the school administrated, and since they're short-staffed, about 5 hours a week or so, it's a club that looks very good on your resume when you graduate. You'd be organizing events and managing the library or the computer lab. I have no interest. As she walks away, she catches a stray basketball. She's attractive. I send a smile to Evan. Your pitch needs work. Worked on you, didn't it? Aren't you worried? I'll manage. We've got until Friday until we need to find more members. Thanks for being the wingman, though. You got it. How do you know her, anyways? Through Holly. She knows everyone. Pulling her in basically means we're set. Oh, that was Lane, sorry. Like I said. Let's say you're right. Who else? Since I no longer feel confident enough in my own multitasking skills to avoid disturbing Nat, I lead us to the bleachers. What you said earlier. They need people to help manage the library. I sit with my back to the wall. Why can't you just do that? Yeah, it makes sense. Mr. Underwood didn't make it sound like a sole student was an option, though. It's that they don't want to go through the setup for a single person. How much could it even be? Enough that it's not worth it without a substitutional program. I don't like it, but you should ask Alice for help. I I smile and I take a census of the students here. You're full of solutions today. Today, huh? I approach a brooding guy and interrupt his reclined position. Hey, Kane. No, wait, don't. Evan flinches and reaches out. Kane sits up, and I approach and greets me with a look of recognition. Swaps. What's up? What's going on with Alice? What? A sudden glare. Not the response I was expecting. Your girlfriend. Why isn't she with you? He steps level with me, then glances at the coach, Gene. The coach is playing on his phone on the court bench. Kane stands taller and is much more physically imposing than the other students. You're gonna get your ass handed to you. And to me. What the fuck are you trying to say, you little shit? What? What? Nothing. I was just. You just what? You want to be funny? You want to get a rise out of me? My collar tightens as he grips my chest of my shirt. The chest of my shirt. The chest of my shirt so I don't know about that sentence. So forcefully, I wonder if it'll tear. No, what are you? Proxies for the white flags, my hands raised defensively. He shoves me onto the stairs in the corner, digging into my spine. Ouch. Sharp pain. I rinse and writher. Play stupid fucking games, win stupid fucking prizes. He storms from the stands and into the halls. Evan helps me upright. You okay? Probably. They broke up over break. It was really public. And I gotta drink some liquid. Really? Hold on, let me take a sip here. Let me just cough. I mean, even I knew. I noticed Nat was looking at me from the court. She resumes playing. Well, I'd say that you hurt my pride. More if my back didn't hurt so much, geez. She dumped him, apparently, and told everyone he was a womanizing pig, a failure, a poisonous fool. Huh. She posted about it online. I've been too busy working to be plugged in. I know. It only seems to hurt worse when it only seems to hurt worse when I massage the area, so stop attempting. I'll catch Alice over lunch. Think she'll join? I don't know, probably. Crazy asshole. I spend time recovering in Evan's company until our next class. As my sounding board, Evan helps me to think more about the group jobs, and we are at least becoming more familiar with the idea. Haven't seen any romance yet. The din of the cafeteria comforts me. Energetic freshmen socialize with a few outgoing upperclassmen. I don't see Evan, but scan carefully for my target. Despite the noise, there are fewer students than last year than usual. I might be wrong, since Mr. Underwood said there were more students overall. The room dispensed the aroma of the kitchen, chicken strip day. Reliable as ever. I didn't find who I'm looking for, but I spot a familiar face, a short girl who sits alone at the end of the table. She's staring at her food, expressionless, as if separated by miles. She got kitty ears. I used to wear those in high school. I decided I'd put an end to that and sit across from her. It's funny to see so many empty seats around you. She flinches, dropping her plastic fork. Oh, hey there! Holly is radiant, beaming at me. You're right. Where is everyone? She steals my fork. I was going to ask you that, honestly. Well, this presents an opportunity. For? Catching up? I haven't seen you since forever. You've got huge. You just shrank. With a grin, I began enjoying my finger food. My vast cuteness has simply reached maximum density. You're dense, huh? With a fork flourish that's a little too close to my face, she retorts without hesitation. You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. I didn't say I didn't like it. She giggles and clears her throat. Good. Now, dear wanderer, why hast thou approached my spring after so many years? Weeks, you mean. The break isn't that long. Every day without significant worship is another scar upon my soul, an affront to my divinity. Awfully needy goddess, the library kept me occupied. Working, of course, boring as usual. Responsible has a better ring to it. What were you doing then, oh great one? She hesitates. Just preparing for harvest. I think she changed her number over break. I can read the mood, so I don't pry any further. Well, I hope my current tribute will make up for my heresy. It's a start. Her little fingers trace the edge of her tray. Her untouched food must be cold by now. Things will pick up next week. Speaking of work, though. Oh! Her positive expression dissipates. I'm starting a student union, and we could really use a mascot. Interested? She scoffs with a regained smile. That's a new one. Granddaddy didn't mention it, so it must be a brand new scheme. Mr. Underwood's brainchild. Cheap labor, resume building. Through a valiant effort, I avoid talking with my mouth full. Figures. Granddaddy said Principal Decker was desperate for new ideas. Are you in? You can just sign up on paper and contribute or hang out if you feel like it. I'm not sure the level of commitment expected, but I don't want to correct myself. She pauses for a few seconds before shaking her head. No, it'd probably be stressful. Come on, I'll pick up your slack. You won't have to if I'm not joining. She grips she she's gripping her tray and the tendons in her hands are visible. Okay, I'll just let you know how it goes. Are you going to eat all that? Oh no, go ahead and text me. Thanks. She grips my wrist as I reach for her food. But know this. The blood debt will be paid. I'll owe you one, Kay. Kay, I shall hold you intimately to that promise, Wanderer. You missed a vow. Ever going to get tired of being so silly? It's not silly, it's fun. Don't people make fun of you? At this age, I almost added. My supreme adorability grants me safe passage. I can make fun of you if you're feeling left out. Her expression becomes difficult to read only for a moment. I'm not. Hey, mind if I sit with you? Evan stands beside the table waiting for permission to intrude. Just as I'm about to tell him it's fine, Holly beats me to it. Another one joins the flock. Please kneel, traveler. I'll just sit. What took you? Calculus is no joke this year. With a few extra newtons, he plops down. I don't know if it's going to be a boy or girl. Really, did you find your limit? Okay, it's a girl. Evan rolls sighs as a thin girl slides into place beside Holly. Her hairstyle changed over the break, so it takes me for a second to recognize her. She looks at me with a grin, which helps jog my memory pretty quick. Welcome to the fowl feast! Holly bounces with enthusiasm and bumps her shoulders with Alice. Thank you. You like Mr. Underwood's class. I respect the man. He's a good instructor. Speaking of, I'd like to talk to you. Oh? I glance at Evans, whose expression tells me the plan's off. Mr. Underwood told me about the student union. I'll be joining, of course. Great. As for the present, naturally, my smile fades. I've been wanting an opportunity like this for a while, to really start making some good changes around here. It took someone new in the ministry to incite the shake-up, but I suppose that's how it goes. I'm glad you're into it, but Mr. Underwood, Mr. Underwood Ari agreed. The valedictorian leading the charge makes for a compelling sell to the school board. Sensing conflict, Holly shrinks, and even Evan eats his meal. I'm the best suited for seeing this through. I lean forward on my empty tray. Did he mention how many hours I'd get? He said I need to give at least 10 hours weekly to manage the group, but we're not sure how to utilize the members yet. You can always work last. I'll make sure to have someone cover for you. I stand up from the table, tray in one hand and the other shoving into my pocket. Excuse me? Moving away promptly, I slap the food tray on the recycle stack and I step into the hall. I yank out my phone and listen to the dial out noise, and eventually Mr. Underwood's voice message. My phone vibrates. Can't talk now. What do you need? Alice wants to be the president. Where does that leave me? If Allison would like to try for the spot, it's a fair approach would be democratic. The founding members will vote for President Friday. IF? I tucked my phone away and returned to the cafeteria. Holly excused herself from her table. I wonder if it's because she was done. Well, I think so. I know so. With that, I can pull a group together in no time. Alice, did you even talk to Mr. Underwood? My confirmation is met with a smirk. What did he say? The president position will be put to vote on Friday. That is quite fair. I can't argue with that, I suppose. Frustrated, I sit. It is, and you're outnumbered. It won't do for you to intimidate others. We both look at Evan, who won't look at either of us straight on. I'm with Lane, sorry. Of course, he's consistent. Fine. I'll soon find followers of my own. With a enthused tap on the table, she stands. Well, then, gentlemen, I do look forward to establishing a bipartisan solution after my swearing-in ceremony. Evan and I look at each other in silence. Alice acts uncharacteristically shy about us judging her. For now, I hope to have spirited the competition. I'll bid you both adieu. After she leaves, I turn to Evan. Alright, where we at? Alright, guys, so I'm not quite sure how long this demo is, and I sort of want to break it up into at least two to sort of get more tags out there. Once again, make sure to hit their Kickstarter is still up for another 10-ish days. They have a wide range of pledging if you like this. It is supposed to get to romance. We'll see if we get that to that the second part. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on my channel on YouTube as well as my Twitch channel. Make sure to hit the follow. Keep track of me on Twitter, and I will talk to you guys soon. And definitely check out their Kickstarter, and I will try to play this again maybe tomorrow if I have enough time. Alright? I'll talk to you again. Bye!